Working on a 2015 Chevy Cruze LT. Should be similar to the other ones, nothing fancy about it. And same thing for previous years. We're going to be doing the brake pads and rotors. This one has very shaking problems, so the rotors are warped and they're starting to have stress cracks. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and then comment down below if you have any questions on this brake job, and then we'll go ahead and start the video after this intro. We're going to go ahead and jack up the car. We're going to go ahead and jack it up from the subframe, so the most thickest part, and then we'll go ahead and reinforce it with the jack stand on the other part of the subframe. Now you can use the pinch welds. I do not like to use those because over time they do tend to weaken and then they'll bend. And then we're going to go ahead and take off the lug nuts. That is going to be a 19 millimeter. So what we're going to go ahead and do first, we're going to go ahead and take off these 10 millimeters. We're going to loosen these bolts. If they are spinning all the time with this nut right here, what you can do is you can use either an adjustable wrench or some pliers itself. So there's going to be one, and then the second one should be right here. And then there's going to be two 18 millimeter bolts right there. So there's going to be one right here, and then there's going to be one right here. So we'll take off both of those. That's going to be for the bracket itself. And then we're going to have a T30 for this guy. So if it's kind of hard to get off, what you can do is you can hammer this area by putting on your lug nuts. If not, what you can do is put the T30 and then hammer the T30 in without breaking obviously the tool, and then that will break free the stud. And then you'll be able to spin it right out more freely. Yeah, this sucker was just on there pretty tight, so the other side didn't take that long to get off. But if you are having a hard time, you can just use your ratchet just to loosen it up. But you want to bang this free so you don't strip out the threads, because sometimes they might break. And if the rotor's on there, then we'll just go ahead and tap on this side. And then make sure that this indentation hole lines up with the screw hole. So now we're going to go ahead and check up our caliper bracket. So what we want to make sure is that these guys are nice and free floating. If not, you can just pull these guys right out and just add a little bit of grease right here, but these are already good. And then same thing for the other side. You want to go ahead and check. So if they're not moving, then just go ahead and re-grease them. You got to break them back and forth, and then to break them free, and then pull them out. Now we're going to go ahead and take off our rattle clips or our hardware kit, and then we're going to go ahead and replace them with new ones. You don't have to replace them if they're still in great shape, but since they came with the kit, we'll go ahead and replace these. So we're gonna go ahead and lube our contact points on the brake pads. So So then we're going to go ahead and install these. Now you want to make sure that this pin is facing up. So then we're going to go ahead and close down our piston. And basically what we're going to go ahead and do is that we're going to clamp right here, make sure our bottom piece is on the bottom of this, and then make sure our other top head of the clamp is facing on top of the surface as flat as possible. Then once you're done with that, inspect it, make sure you didn't crack it or anything. If you didn't want to use that method, you can use the brake caliper disc compress tool. Now that is part number 27111, and you can get that one from AutoZone. We'll go ahead and screw these back in. And if these guys are spinning, again, you'll just go ahead and clamp those down, and then the rest of this video is going to be a fast forward. And then when you go ahead and start, when you're tightening the lug nuts, so you're going to kind of go in the star pattern. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that should be it for that part. So when you're done doing the brake job, what you're going to go ahead and do is go back inside the vehicle, start the car, make sure that it's running, and then you're going to go ahead and pump the brakes before you're actually moving the vehicle, because if not, you might not stop right away. So you don't want that. You don't want to back up into anything. Now again, if this video helped you out, comment below, hit the subscribe button for more upcoming videos in the future, and thanks for watching.